testimony that we have journeyed alongside them. They have journeyed alongside us. They feel incredibly proud to live here. And we are so honoured that they would trust us with this journey to be able to go through something like housing.
That's Tangata o Te Moana for this week. For all episodes, head over to rnz.co.nz/Pacific. We're also on Spotify, Apple and iHeartRadio. From myself and the RNZ Pacific team,
News at 4. Morena, good morning. I'm Vicky Mackay. Iran says it has again closed the Strait of Hormuz in response to Israeli attacks in southern Lebanon. The Iranian military describes the fresh attacks as a breach of the peace deal with the U.S. Earlier, officials in Lebanon said about 15 people have been killed by the latest wave of Israeli strikes, which come a day after Israel agreed a ceasefire with the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. The BBC's John Donison reports from Jerusalem.
We said that this deal between Iran and the United States was fragile, and here we are. The principal achievement of that memorandum of understanding was reopening the strait, and what that's lasted a couple of days, and it's now closed. So we understand from Iranian state TV that there is now a negotiating team on the way to Switzerland, presumably to meet with the Americans, but we seem to be making some progress, but we've already taken a huge step back, and the Iranians saying this is because continuous and relentless breaches of the ceasefire in southern Lebanon.
The Strait of Hormuz is one of the world's busiest oil shipping channels. New Zealander Everly Wehongi has been reunited with her family last night after being freed from immigration detention in the United States. She was detained for 2 months after attempting to return with a green card to the US, where she has lived for decades. Ms. Wehongi's lawyer, Mark Christopher, says she seems in good spirits after her release and was sent pictures by the family of her enjoying a nice meal out. The families expressed their joy at her release and say they can finally breathe again. Fire crews have remained overnight in several parts of North Canterbury and Marlborough after a string of large vegetation fires. The fires, fanned by high winds and temperatures, broke out across Selwyn and the Hurunui districts throughout yesterday. Hundreds of firefighters were involved in battling the blazes, which the fire service says are all largely contained. Britain's Transport Secretary is promising a thorough investigation after 2 trains collided north of London. One of the drivers was killed and 89 people were injured in the crash near Bedford. The police say 9 people remain in a critical condition. East Midlands Railway is warning of major disruption to services, with all lines between Bedford and London St Pancras closed. Now, and in England, it's day 4 of the second test at the Oval in London. New Zealand has set England a victory target of 463 after their second innings 362.
International mix, right? I think the $12 is too much for beer, but it's obviously not enough. Why is alcohol so expensive out? They need to have a big turnover on the bar. That's where they make their money, cover their costs. Alcohol is expensive out, but what's not expensive out?
Value for money on afternoons, weekdays 1 to 4 p.m. here on RNZ National.
Thank you very much indeed, Emil. The short weather program is coming up. It's not short, the long weather program is coming up in a moment. I have the marine forecast next.
Find out more on Morning Report from 6 a.m. RNZ National Weather.
Short forecast in that service to midnight tonight up through Sunday the 21st of June, which is the shortest day of the year. Northland, Auckland and Coromandel, cloud increasing in the morning, and then a few showers. They spread north from midday, from Waikato to Taumarunui and Taupo, including Bay of Plenty, periods of rain, possibly heavy about the mountains, easing towards evening but remaining cloudy. Tairāwhiti, Gisborne to Wairarapa, occasional rain or showers spread north today. Taranaki and Taihapiti, Wellington, also Nelson and Marlborough, periods of heavy rain, particularly about the ranges until around 7 o'clock this morning, where there was a heavy rain warning there. easing to isolated showers by midday. Showers becoming widespread and heavier from late afternoon. Severe northwest gales in Wellington and Wairanapa should be easing now before dawn. And just to reiterate, the heavy rain warning in the ranges is for the Taranua ranges until 7 o'clock this morning. Canterbury, rain easing for you this morning, then becoming fine this afternoon. Woolwich to Fiordland, also Otago and Southland. Milford Sunday, southwest at 20 knots, moderate sea. Westerly swell rising to 3 metres for a time. Northerly swell 1 metre easing. Milford Monday, southwest 15 knots, easing to variable 10 knots early. Heavy southwest swell easing. Pusica Sunday, westerly 15 knots with 25 knots south of West Cape. Becoming a westerly of 15 knots everywhere. Translation of a Latin hymn by the 12th century French abbot Bernard of Clairvaux. The Joy of Loving Hearts. It was sung there by the Scottish Festival Singers to the tune Quebec by Henry Baker. A chorale by Johann Sebastian Bach now. Nessus Liebes meine Freude is the final movement from his cantata number 147, and you might know the tune as Jesu drove men desiring.